Hear me out, please. Michael Jackson died in 2009. 5 years later, he performed at the Billboard Music Awards. Well, a virtual version of him did, performing a song released after Michael Jackson died. And somehow that's not even close to the strangest thing Michael Jackson accomplished after his death, because 3 years after he died, Michael Jackson, the Immortal World Tour, was filling arenas. It grossed roughly $160 million and made Michael Jackson the top grossing live act in North America. Except Michael Jackson wasn't on the tour. He'd been dead for 3 years, and when that ended, Michael didn't disappear from the stage. He got a permanent show in Las Vegas, then Broadway, and eventually Hollywood decided Michael Jackson needed a movie. The person chosen to play him was his nephew, Jafar Jackson, and Jafar had never acted professionally before. He'd actually wanted to work on film scores. He spent roughly 2 years training and proving he could do it, and his first professional acting role became Michael Jackson. His first movie made more than $1 billion. It became the first biop in history to cross $1 billion. But here's where this completely loses me, because millions of people watched Jafar Jackson play Michael Jackson, and then went looking for Michael Jackson. His catalog exploded. His streams eventually reached roughly 4 times their pre-movie levels. He recorded the biggest streaming week of his career, and 4 of his top songs returned to the Hot 100 at the same time. And then Michael Jackson reached #1 on Billboard's Artist 100. For the first time. Here's the part that fucking breaks my brain. That chart didn't exist when Michael Jackson was alive. Billboard created it in 2014. Michael Jackson had been dead for 5 years. They created a new race after he died, and 12 years later, he fucking won it. The man didn't just leave behind a successful career. His resume kept updating. He can't make anything new or show up to support any of it anymore. He couldn't even play himself in his own fucking movie. Somebody else had to do that, and somehow that representation sent millions of people back to recordings Michael made decades ago. Until a man who'd been dead for 17 years was sitting at #1 alongside artists who are alive right now trying to get there. There are living musicians recording, touring, promoting, posting, interviewing, spending their entire careers trying to win these competitions. Michael Jackson physically cannot compete anymore, and he keeps winning competitions he can no longer enter. 17 years after Michael Jackson stopped competing, living musicians are still competing with Michael Jackson.